Welcome back to Buddy and the Boss, and we've got some information for everyone today, and these are the updates of the move-alongs and also the corruption held here in our community. And I'm going to point out one of the corrupt politicians here in Byron, who's running for election again. And I'll tell you exactly what he's been up to, the shifty little bugger. Mr. Lyons, that's you. Today you're going to be exposed because you're the reason that the homeless crisis isn't sorted out here in the Byron region. And I just read in a new paper of the Echo, front page news, elections coming up, that you want to use the homeless name again to get part of a $5 billion handout the government's giving. And you, Mr. Lyons, I do believe, want a part of that, using the homeless as you did before. Now, what do I mean by before? I mean just recently. I've been following the Echo, the homeless crisis, obviously. Now I'm going to expose it and how it's happening and where it's coming from. And it's coming from you and your private investor friends, Mr. Lyons. Right, so this is Buddy and the Boss exposing you for using our name and moving people along with 74 hours notice, and you don't care where they go. So I've also got something else for you all to see that I got typed up. It's a letter that I just got this morning to show everyone what's happening, how it's happening, and all that. So let's get back to you, Mr. Lyons, and everyone that's watching who wants to put this guy in again on the elections. You'll think twice after hearing this. Right, so last time in the Echo paper, we all read, and you were asking for affordable housing to be built. You wanted the government to give you $17.5 million, which you received. And then you had the plans done. That was in the Echo paper. So we all read that. And then you changed the wording from affordable and whatever the other word is to diverse and whatever. We all know what that is. Now you're privatising it. So it was going to go privatised, wasn't it? But I guess everyone was on to that. So now your excuse is the land that you decided to build these housing things for the homeless and all that. Affordable housing, not just homeless, affordable housing to get people off the streets. And you're saying now the land is not developable, developable. You've got to wait 5 years before that land's ready to be built on. Well, aren't you a smart little cookie, Mr. Lyons? But not as smart as some. And I know a bit about real estate and all sorts of things. So let me enlighten the people how this is going to work. So 5 years, that's how long it's going to take before construction's started, right? So you got 17.5 million. You've already paid the admin fees and all that for the off the plan. All the plans for the things to be built, and basically you can just sit on that for 5 years, can't you? So while land goes up, there's a demand for housing and all that. You want to hold off 5 years. That's going to go up, and then you've already got the plans for the development, and every property developer know how that works. and you make a lot of money. And you got away with $17 million, and no one's going to follow it up because everyone would have forgotten the story. So we're going to stitch this together and keep on top of this corruption that's coming from you and whoever else is involved. But you hit the front paper all the time. You're the one going for re-election here in Byron. Now, the other day, I've done a video yesterday. You moved along, everyone. I was told today again, a big swarm of cops were going through, checking that everyone's left, so they can develop. I think it's a police station. I'm not sure what. I thought it was a pond. I don't know what they're doing, but they're developing. And you gave them the move along. Now, Mr. Lyons, you've been asking for money off the government, which you've received, and made promises you can't keep. Right, because you've had 2 years to start something, to find land, to develop on it, to get the land ready if you have to. You got $17.5 million, okay? And you move everyone along with no notice, the local Byron homeless, which all your Green Party friends, corrupt to the core, come up here doing photo shoots in the Echo, trying to raise money for the homeless. I think we got $1.2 million, 300,000 went to the cottage, and then the cottage ended up just opening 4 days a week instead of 5 days a week. So what the fuck happened to the rest of the money? And I guess that's yet to be seen. So in all the publicity around the homeless here in Byron, and asking for government grants and whatnot to build up their property portfolio, and move along people that obviously won't ever be able to get it together, because it's like that all around Australia. But we see how you work, Mr. Lyons. You property fucking developer and all your friends. Right, so we're on to the con, and now everyone else is going to be onto it. And look, you're not that good a bloke, are you? You've been in the paper. Look, I want to get back to that land. You already own that land. In Mullen, you already own that land. So why do you need 17.5 million fucking dollars for? And why didn't you have that land checked out? I'm sure you've got all the fucking details on it if you own it. I mean, if you're a reliable fucking anything, you should have documentation on assets and stuff that you own. Obviously, you're not that responsible. All you care about is the now and the you, right? We'll get to this for the rest of the community. Business owners, you're about to be affected by the fucking roads they want to extend, I guess, and want to do whatever roadworks they want. And that's going to force businesses to close. So you're going to be forced to close with no compensation because he's got no plan and hasn't mentioned anything about it. And people are kicking up a storm about it. It is not a good thing. So and you're always asking for money. This town makes a lot of money with the tourism. So look, Mr. Lyons, it's time to step down or get audited. And I urge anyone to have that process done, because it needs to be done. It's corruption to the core, and it all starts with Mr. fucking Lyons, right? Now, he might not be the top of the fucking program, but he's certainly got influence when he's got power. So I want to read everyone something real quick here. Right, so housing. There's little subsections in the Echo, and it sort of says what I'm talking about. As for developing on council-owned land, all right, there it is in the paper. That's you. You own it. Jack Dodds said while he wanted to retain ownership of the Mullum Hospital land, so you own it, he conceded that council will need to partner with a developer unless the New South Wales government steps in. Well, now you need private property developers, like, all right, that's a bit shifty, isn't it? So here we come, Mr. Lyons. Your name's mentioned now, CR Lyons. I don't know what that is. All right, CR Lyons, whatever. Went further, that's you, so you two, claiming that he will sell half the valuable land to pay for the land's $5 million remediation debt. Okay. CR who? That's a hard word. Agreed. Council has no expertise in building houses and wanted to tap into the New South Wales government's $5 billion social housing fund and $100 million fund for innovative solutions for the homeless. Really? I've got some fucking ideas that'll work. Many people have told me. But you're not going to listen to a ratbag because you're corrupt. Well, who's the ratbag now, Mr. Lyons? And all your little kahoonies here? Let me continue forward and onward. CR Naday, sounds right, wants to retain all public land as much as possible, but said that an expression of interest process can specify which developer council partners with. Lucy Vader made the point that any development needs to be underpinned by infrastructure, something which she is not sure is in a good condition. Well, you don't know what you're all fucking doing. Like, get it together. Or you do know what you're doing, and you're just fucking jibber-jawing around the fucking community to do your secret property developers schemes and fucking do your portfolios while everyone else suffers. So look here, Mr. Lyons, you're going to suffer now because the boss is exposing you. Right, let's continue forward. Businesses here in Byron, part of the Byron family, you business people. We all know each other and we all get along. Right, biz support or lack of. There it is, front page news. With Lawson Street businesses, there you go, people, Lawson Street, look out businesses, claiming they will be forced to close if planning road drainage works proceed during the busy spring and summer trading period. Candidates particularly expressed concern. Byron Chamber President Matt Williamson asked how councillors can improve processes and communications around such important decisions. Well, they can't because they're corrupt. And usually liars and that get caught in their own web because they think they're just going to fool people and people aren't going to follow up. I'm one of them. I'm following up and I'm putting it out there for the community to see what you're about to vote in if you go that way. And look, really, and what he's done to the homeless, taken all this money, put it into the land and the home, and now he wants more money for the homeless. He'll pocket that himself again. Right, so David Rath is said as a commercial landlord. He lost a tenant after council roadworks prevented them from trading. Now, have you offered any fucking compensation for these businesses that you're going to affect? No. The Byron Shire is going to make money once the development's done? Yes. Lots of money, right? All right then. It wasn't hard. I'm not in the in your fucking sector of work shit. I'm not a politician, but I'm onto it. Right, so let's go. There was no parking and then no trade for 3 months. Needs better timing, he said. Well, everyone here in Byron Shire, look, that we all know that the council, Mr. Lyons and all these guru little fucking mates They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about the homeless. And we're not shit cunts. I'm personally trying to get out. I don't look homeless, but here we are. So, Mr. Lyons, we're going to do a few more videos on you because you're making it in the paper. You're a celebrity, and if you're making it in the paper, not for good things, well, you can be some content on Buddy and the Boss, and we're going to expose you really good. Right? So, well, that's what I wanted to mention to others. We've all been reading in the paper as well that he's had a DV court case, domestic violence. He tried to have that squashed so that it wouldn't be released. But unfortunately for him, we had a good judge that can see the light, and that was on your way out. So I'm mentioning it now. And if you got a DV and your wife wants to drop it, did you influence her to do that? Like, why is she doing that? The police did it for a reason, and it's obviously because you're a toxic sort of person, a husband, wife, whatever the fuck is going on with you, man. You need to fuck off out of the political world because you're going to corrupt and infect everything, and the people that are going to suffer are the locals and the local homeless. So this is all I can do coming from a homeless situation, and but we can always do more updates, which we will do, and we'll probably do more comprehensive stuff in the next couple of days. My move along was by 5 o'clock today. Obviously I'm still here, so I'll mention this now while I've got it. Everyone should know that it's impossible. I do these videos to show people there is nowhere to go, and this is how everyone's treated, and this is where the money's going, so we can all see what's going on. So it's not us, it's the politicians. So here's one that the Rangers are going to receive tomorrow. I'm just going to stay here until they want to wipe me out. I have no choice, and I'm on a pension for a reason. I shouldn't be fucking moving and working and stuff like that. But here we are, living in the woods. And so this is from Fletcher Street Cottage. Right, there it is. I'll try and get it good in there. Have a look at that. Can I get the details? Thank you, Damien, for writing that. Can everyone see Damien's name there? I had a dig at him before on YouTube, but we've seen the light, and he's not a bad bloke, but he's just unaware and stuff like that of how hard it actually is for homeless. But anyway, he wrote me a letter. It's a short letter, and they have everything on file that I've done. So this letter, if anyone wanted to check it out, will link up to everything that I can done humanly possible. And I'm not just relying on the government. I'm trying to get out myself, and it's hard. So this is my only option, and these guys and the police can give no other option. They can blurt out the words, but they won't listen to the why. You can't go there. Like they just don't want to listen. They just want to move you along, get paid by the government, and sweep you under the carpet, and they think no one will fight back. Guess what? Buddy and the Boss. We're back. We're doing this, and we're exposing you. So, getting to the letter. To whom it may concern. That'll be you lot that come up on the tents in the next day or so. Jason Taylor has been accessing services at Fletcher Street Cottage, a homeless support service, since December 2022. Right, that's a long time, isn't it? Jason has been unable to find suitable housing in Byron Shire. He is on the public and community housing priority list for Byron Bay. Right, that's my hometown. That's what I'm on list for. There is no offer of housing currently and no indication of a timeline when an offer can or will be made. Yours truly, Damien Farrell, Fletcher Street Cottage. There it is. I could try and do something, fly the flag upside down outside my tent. That's distress. But they won't listen to that. They're the type of people that aren't Australian and will just take the fucking flag with the rest of your shit and say fucking start again with nothing. So what we're going to try and do for viewers is save some power on this for the episode when it comes. And I will have to stash some stuff. I've got a trailer just beside me, and I guess I'm going to be taking all my important stuff on that and stashing that somewhere in the woods again. And we're going to stay in the tent, and we're going to film them doing what they do best. And I will show them this letter, and I will show you people how the reactions will be, what they say, and everything that is said and done out here on that day, so you can all see what us homeless are putting up with when there is no help. The council and all the government is just, sorry about that, just rorting us, using our name, and we have had no solutions, no new ideas, nothing like that. To anyone in the government that wants to talk, I've got a fucking brilliant idea that would solve the fucking problem, and you wouldn't need 17 million fucking dollars for it. Look, this is a complicated one, and it's a continuing one, and I think that all of Byron community should be sharing this video because it affects you in some way or another. There's a lot of things that are happening, and I think the Byron Shire family should all get together. And if anyone wants to communicate with me, anyone out there that supports the homeless, one of the blokes up here on the hill, he's donated for a long time for the homeless. I told him what's going on, and he was very unimpressed with how things are going. And I told him to put his money to the larder and do that directly if he's going to do anything, so we keep it around away from the government bullshit. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, Mr. Lyons. Right. Been in the paper for all sorts of bad things. I'm going to undo this property portfolio bullshit you're going on. Fix the homeless fucking crisis. Use that money, get something done now. There's a lot of smart property developers out there. I'm sure you know it. Right? I'm pretty good with shit too. I know my stuff around real estate. So, look, get your shit together. Do something for the homeless. You got the money for that development and you're whacking it through. You got to redevelop the land that you moved all the people along to. You can't just build on that, but you're getting that done pretty fucking quickly, aren't you? Right. So, saying that, let's not take 2 more fucking years. I suggest you just fucking pack up your bags and fuck off out of the fucking political world and leave the Byron Shire alone. Otherwise, I think you should be fucking audited through and through. Rightio, this is Buddy and the Boss, and you tyranny fuckwits that come along to tomorrow or whenever and move me along. Buddy and the Boss will make you famous too. Alright, Mr. Lyons, you're more famous now. Congratulations. And I'll keep the Byron Shire well, the Byron family, I should say, well informed. And we might do some more investigations. Why not? I've got all the time in the world. Right, buddy and the boss. You've been exposed, Lions. Out.